If we get a recession, my baseline assumption is the Nasdaq goes to 12,000. Let's take a look at some supporting data for why that might happen. In past recessions, the Nasdaq has lost, peak to trough, over 30% in the 1991 recession, almost 80% in the 2001 recession, 50% in 2008 recession. In the 2022 bear market, over 30%. There was no recession here. It makes sense to me if we have a recession in 2025, the Nasdaq can easily fall down to this 12,000 range. That would be about a 40% loss and consistent with past recessionary drops for the Nasdaq. We have had 14 bear markets for stocks in the last century. We're looking at data for the S&P 500 and its predecessor index. The average bear market loss for the S&P 500 is minus 38%. The average duration is 18 months. The Nasdaq tends to be more volatile than the S&P 500. So if we have an average recession and corresponding bear market, we would expect the Nasdaq to exceed the average. That's where I get my 12,000 number, minus 40% roughly. We're going to be worse than the S&P 500 on the downside. I think 12,000 is a very realistic number in terms of losses. We may go farther, even to 10,000 on the downside if we get a recession. There are plenty of warning signs that a recession may be lurking right around the corner. I have other videos on this topic. I would encourage you to watch them. But here's something interesting to think about. All major busts in the past few centuries have been preceded by technology innovation, and a bubble in the technology. Canals, railroads, autos, radio, airplanes, internet. If you study all past bubbles and then corresponding busts in the market, you'll see that there was a run-up in new technology that everybody got excited about. Is AI not revolutionary and new and exciting technology? The concentration of the Magnificent Seven stocks alone makes my head spin. The group was trading at over 50 times earnings just a few months ago, ridiculously expensive. The market caps are crazy. I'm not saying that they're bad companies, but the valuations make me scratch my head, as well as the concentration. It's far worse than 1929 or 2000. So we know that all major technology bubbles have ended badly. Why wouldn't the AI bubble roll over at some point in the future? I don't know if the Nasdaq is going to crash or not, but I do think 12,000 is a realistic target if we get a recession. So you want to do your planning around that. Can you handle that type of drop in the growth investment category of your portfolio? Is that okay? Now is a good time to reevaluate your portfolio and make sure that your portfolio is aligned with your risk tolerance. You don't want to be the person who's on the verge of retirement and gets crushed like so many people did in the year 2000. If you have questions about your investments, please give my office a call. We would be happy to give you a free second opinion on your portfolio. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it gets you thinking, helps you better analyze your investments, and overall improve your family's financial plan.